This video is sponsored by JNC Collectibles website at jnccollectibles.com. Be sure to check them out for all your TCG needs, from sealed products to sleeves to playmats. Link is in the description box below. Thank you, and back to the video.
Hello everybody, this is Jim from Team JNC, and I am here for the Into the Mind podcast with my fellow teammates Charlie Fudge, William Candina, Jose Santiago, Josh Kippenberg, and Austin Collin. And we are here to talk about the NAWCQ, which is happening this weekend. So how is everybody feeling going into the event?
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, have fun.
Feeling good.
Solid so far.
Okay. That's good to hear. I know that Josh and Austin are feeling great because they're already attending the World Championship this fall in Seattle. So congratulations to you both. You guys did a great job on the Master Duel grind. And we already have 3 JNC members confirmed for the World Championship, which is really cool. And hopefully we'll have some more after the playoffs and the main event this weekend.
Yeah. At least 4.
Mm-hmm. So how is
Sean's for sure going?
Yeah, definitely. Off of the playoffs, I have full faith in him. He, according to himself, he is self-proclaimed came out of the hyperbolic time chamber, so he should be ready to go. So how is everyone feeling going into this event? Or like, what are you thinking about the format? How are you guys feeling about the format?
I think the format's not good.
Okay.
Like, you have to draw a lot of hand traps and just pray.
Yeah, it feels a lot more luck based than skill based right now. I mean, a lot of times, like Austin said, you just have to draw like infinite hand traps, or like if you do get in a grind, then you just rely on technical play. But like at most, it just feels like whoever just draws better at this point, because the format's just very like toxic and just like whoever just draws better.
Yeah. So I think we can briefly talk about the format. So for those who do not know, this weekend is the NAWCQ, and it's also the release weekend of Infinite Forbidden, which is introducing the Fiendsmith engine, which is basically just warping the Snake Eye deck. And we've also gotten some TCG exclusives that further help that issue, further make that issue more of a problem. How do you guys feel about the new TCG exclusive NecroCrypt Princess? Because I know that there's a lot of talk about that card and whether it's playable inside of the Snake Eye strategy.
I think the card's broken. I think it has implications to play. I feel like if you test it with this deck enough, you understand things that are good for the deck and things that aren't. And I feel like that card helps you combo through X amount of hand traps, which is like the biggest problem.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like before Snake Eye Ash plus Witch, if you got hit with a double Veiler on that scenario, then usually it was an SP pass. But now because of the NecroCrypt, you're able to extend really hard. Will, did you have anything to say?
I mean, yeah, that's like originally just the point of it, right? Is that if like you start combo and you get hand trapped, then at least a NecroCrypt at least puts your Fiendsmith in grave, so you can still at least play. Mm-hmm. I think more of its application is based around Beatrice sometimes too. Yep. Beatrice is just an insane card with what people are trying to do with it this format. There's just a lot of options going into NAWCQ with that card, and having a card like NecroCrypt Princess just like only allows you to do those things much easier.
I agree.
So I think that card's really good.
Yeah, I agree. Beatrice is probably a card that should be banned on the next ban list. Some of the things that people are opting to do with Beatrice include like Angel of the Blue Tears, being able to set cards like Different Dimension Ground and Dimensional Barrier from the deck. And then also something that we've seen more recently is people playing Transaction Rollback with the Mayakashi Trap in order to skip your opponent's turn if they're interrupted enough times and they're able to just go to a Beatrice line. So yeah.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it's really, it's really whack.
Yeah, have fun in that. I'll be having fun in my little ultimate time wizard.
Yeah, right. So wait, Josh, are you going?
Yeah, I'm playing Edison.
Nice. Okay, because for a minute you were like, yeah, I'm not gonna go, but okay, that's cool. Yeah, Edison sounds dope. But Yeah, so Beatrice is definitely a card that should be banned on the upcoming ban list that we know we're getting at the end of August. So we should have the NAWCQ, the European WCQ, and then YCS Sacramento under this same format. So we'll get to play at least 2 more events with our Snake Eye deck before hopefully it is burnt to the ground. No pun intended. But yeah, how are you guys feeling about the other decks going into the WCQ format? Or do you even think that anything else is even remotely viable?
I think the only other deck that really has like some type of merit to play or even consideration is the Ubel Fiendsmith deck.
Mm-hmm.
I think any other deck in the format just can't compare in power level. I also don't think every other deck can play as many non-engine as Snake Eye Fiendsmith deck. So I think that's the only other deck that has like some type of like, if they're playing it, it's not like frowned upon. But
Yeah,
I still think Snake Eye Fiendsmith is the best deck, and it's not really close.
Mm-hmm. You're not feeling the Tempai deck?
I just feel like that deck just like wants to mainly go second, and you just can't really go second in the format. Like if you go second, the game's just usually most of the time it's over, depending on what.
I think it's like additionally unplayable with like what we were talking about earlier with the blue tiers. Like some people just blue tiers will set
D barrier games over.
D barrier or like honestly like even just different dimension ground when you already have like the combo is just enough anyway. Like they just can't play regardless.
Yeah.
So like it feels very unplayable for that deck.
Yeah, I think the Tempai deck got a lot of support, and it definitely became stronger. But like, I don't think that its power level can come close to a Snake Eye Ash.
Yeah, I think the U-Bell deck is it's decent, but like my problem with it is just plays like it feels so clunky sometimes. It just doesn't feel that good.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot more bricks than the Snake Eye deck.
Yeah, for sure.
So the next thing I wanted to talk about was the playoffs. I know that at least Jose is here, if he's still here, and he's in the playoffs. We have a couple more players in the playoffs. Shu and Cody Manave and Fetty. And Sean.
Don't forget Sean Pittman.
Yep. Are all in the playoffs. DB Grinder has proclaimed that Sean will win the playoffs, so we already know who's going to win. But hopefully Jose will also be joining him on the other side of the bracket in his finals match. So Jose, how have you been prepping for the playoffs, and how do you think that you've been successful, or do you feel like prepping for the playoffs is different than prepping for the main event? Like, how has it been for you?
That is crazy.
That's crazy. Yo.
No, that's insane.
Jose, you got your own question, bro.
Jose, you got your own question, bro. You gotta say something.
That's crazy.
My god, bro. Alright, hopefully Sean Pittman will pull up and then we can ask him that question. Jose.
He just was.
Jose, no.
He's trying to fix his mic.
No, he's trying to fix his mic.
Talking. I swear to God, I was talking the whole time.
Okay. So,
Okay.
you need to repeat the question.
That's crazy. All right, go again. Go wait. Just re-ask the. I swear to God, I was talking the whole time.
So I was saying, how is prepping for the playoffs been for you? Do you feel like it has different struggles than comparing for the main event? And if so, like, would you like to elaborate on them, or like your process of getting ready for the playoffs? You know.
I think preparing for the playoffs is easier than the main event because it's pretty linear as far as like what you're expected to play. You don't really have to prepare for Rogue as much. So I'd say the decision making is much easier. It's pretty much you're just playing in Top Cut, like, so you just get to already build your deck for Top Cut. So that's the advantage of it. You don't have to play through rounds of Swiss. So I would say it's actually been fairly easy to what I'm accustomed to in previous tournaments.
Okay, makes sense. Okay. Yeah, well, good luck. We will see. I will be there rooting for you on Friday at 11 a.m. should be when the playoffs start. And it's going to be streamed on Twitch and YouTube for anybody who's not there and wants to check it out.
Yep.
And root for your favorite JNC player. We will be there in person rooting for our boys in order to potentially do well. the last thing that I wanted to discuss before we get out of here was the next season. I know it's kind of weird to already start talking about the next season, but we have gotten some cards revealed for the October set, Rage of the Abyss, and some of them have already started to make people start doom posting on the internet. So in this upcoming set, Infinite Forbidden, we're getting the first of a new archetype of these Momochi monsters, which are basically like very targeted Maxi-esque cards that allow you to draw from your opponent's special summoning from different areas. And in the next set for October, starting our next season off, basically, we're getting a new Momochi that allows you to draw every time your opponent special summons from the deck and extra deck. So how are you guys feeling about that? Because I know that card is very polarizing, and a lot of people are saying a lot of different things. Some people are saying that this is just like Maxi 2, and the TCG is not ready for a card like that. Hopefully, like, it gets banned swiftly, you know, things of that sort. So how are you guys feeling about it? If you guys have already read the card.
I think it's fine. Like, decks keep getting stronger and
I
stronger.
don't know.
So we kind of need hand traps to beat them. So I think it's like fine. And there's like some counterplay to it at least, like Ash Blossom.
Jose?
It's debatable as to whether that card even got released for the TCG, honestly. Seems like they might have released it for like the OCG. Maybe they want to do something with Maxi. Maybe they released it for Master Duel so people don't have to deal with Maxi as much. So I'd say it's even debatable as like how long it's going to be in our format. I don't know if that's a card that's like designed for us, to be honest.
Yeah, I've heard that argument that that card is just designed to be an OCG replacement to Maxi, and it's just a card that will exist in the TCG maybe for like 6 months, 2 banless, and then get banned, you know? Charlie, do you know anything about the card, or like have you read it? Like, do you have any thoughts?
Of course, I've read the card. I mean, the card's good. I don't know, like, what to say. Like, I don't know the point of like banning Maxi if that card.
I mean, like even if that card does get released at TCG, right? We do have a ban list coming in August. So in theory, right, decks like Snake Eye will be like not as powerful. So in theory, it's not. We don't know yet whether that card will be like insane or not, depending on that ban list and what we get else released in that set as well. So like it could be like really good, or it could just be like and might just be like a side deck card.
Yeah, I mean it could definitely be like meh or mid off the start if there are any combo decks in the format. But I just feel like combo decks are just always a part of it.
Yeah.
I feel like if that card's not good now, it will be good at some point in time to where it has to be checked, or it just won't. I just don't think it's healthy for the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
At a certain point.
I feel like cards like that are so good that they might even be main decked, even though the card is not playable when you go first. But just having a card like that you can draw going second, and if your opponent doesn't have an answer to it, it's almost game ending. It's kind of like Shifter in a sense. That like if it resolves, like the person who's going second is at such an advantage. But maybe that's kind of needed because going second has been so bad in Yu-Gi-Oh for so long. But maybe it's like not the correct approach to solving that issue, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. But yeah, I appreciate all of you guys for hanging out with me and having this discussion. Hopefully we'll see everybody in Top Cut, and all of our guys will go to Worlds. That's always the plan, right? So good luck to everybody in the playoffs and everyone else in the main event. And we already have some players in the World Championship, so good luck to them this September. And this is JNC Jib signing out.